X's Paris headquarters were raided by French prosecutors. Firefox will soon offer a way to block all of its generative AI features. And a developer turned Wikipedia into a social media style feed. It's Tuesday, February 3rd. I'm your host, Steve White, with a look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. Paris prosecutors announced that a search was underway at offices belonging to Elon Musk's X platform as part of an ongoing investigation first launched last January. The raid is being conducted by Paris and national cybercrime units with support from Interpol, according to a post from Paris prosecutors on X. Officials from X have yet to comment on the matter. At the same time, Paris prosecutors issued summonses to Elon Musk and Linda Yaccarino for voluntary interviews on April 20th in Paris. The prosecutors also announced they would no longer use X and would only communicate on LinkedIn and Instagram going forward. The searches are part of an investigation that has been ongoing for nearly a year over the functioning of X's algorithms that are likely to have distorted the operation of an automated data processing system, investigators said at the time. Now, those changes reportedly gave greater prominence to certain political content, especially from Musk, without user knowledge, something that could be a crime under French laws. An investigation was officially launched in July, with Paris prosecutors adding an additional charge: fraudulent extraction of data from an automated data processing system by an organized group. More recently, it also included complicity in the possession of images of minors representing a pedopornographic character, due to images created by Grok between December 25th and January 1st. Now, back in July, X said in a statement that the probe egregiously undermined X's fundamental right to due process and threatened our users' rights to privacy and free speech. French officials have accused X of manipulating its algorithm for foreign interference purposes, an allegation which is completely false. So says X. Like practically every other tech company under the sun, Mozilla has been jamming generative AI features into its products. The organization has now acknowledged that not everyone wants things like plagiarism machines, chatbots, in the Firefox sidebar. So it's giving you the option to turn off all of that. On February 24th, or possibly earlier, Mozilla will roll out Firefox 148, which will include an AI controls section in the desktop browser settings. Now, from there, you'll be able to block current and future generative AI features, or only enable select tools. At the jump, you'll have the option to disable or enable chatbots in the sidebar, automated translations, and alt text generation for PDFs. You'll also be able to nix a tool called AI Enhanced Tab Grouping, which offers suggestions of related tabs and group names, as well as web page previews that display key points before you actually click on a link. Now, if you'd prefer to get rid of all of these and for Firefox to not bother you with pop-ups and notifications about current and upcoming AI features, just make sure the Block AI Enhancements toggle is on. Perhaps Mozilla has come to realize that rather than having AI cruft soaking up resources and causing apps to bloat, what many people actually want is a fast, secure, and streamlined web browser. At the very least, giving users a way to opt out of features they don't want is a positive step. Now then, Google, about those AI overviews. While it is important to stay informed about what's going on in the world, endlessly scrolling through your social media feeds and absorbing what's likely to be a largely negative influx of information cannot be great for your mental well-being. Perhaps with an eye on stopping you from doom scrolling, developer Lira Rabbani created Zikipedia, a social media-style feed of Wikipedia entries. The web app algorithmically displays info from simple Wikipedia. The Zikipedia landing page says, "It is made as a demonstration of how even a basic non-machine learning algorithm with no data from other users can quickly learn what you engage with to suggest more similar content. No data is collected or shared here. The algorithm runs locally, and the data disappears once you refresh or close the tab." Now, you can opt to see entries from certain categories, including custom ones, and you can like posts, each of which is a summary of the relevant simple Wikipedia entry. Rabbani explained, liking a post makes it more likely for posts from the same category, parent categories, and linked articles to appear in your feed. You can click or tap on a post to visit the full article if you'd like. It's important to note that, since Zikipedia pulls text and images from random articles, you'll probably see some NSFW material if you scroll long enough, so just be warned about that. You'll also likely need to wait a beat for Zikipedia to load its 40 megabytes of data. Now, the simple English Wikipedia has more than 278,000 articles, so there are hundreds of thousands of posts available to scroll through, but it doesn't seem to be updated as often as the main version of Wikipedia. Still, it's worth treating this like Wikipedia proper, as a starting point for discovering new things, sort of in the tradition of stumble upon. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Steve Dent and Chris Holt, and it was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with more tech news from Engadget.